Hey everybody, Ben Nelson, the Everyday Real Estate Investor here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are enjoying your day and grateful for everything that you have going on in your life. If you've listened to my podcast for long enough, you know that I jump back and forth between real estate, strategy, all the things that have to do with investing, and then the philosophical mindset life piece, and I am forced to jump into the philosophical side and just life as a whole today, and I'm going to do my very best to get through this in one piece, and try to throw in some perspective and some life tips and philosophy along the way. So just for some context, everybody dreads that middle of the night phone call that a loved one has passed, and unfortunately, our family got a call like that earlier this week. And my brother-in-law, my friend, business partner, left this world much too early. Just a shock to everybody. And so this week has totally changed our lives. And it's been a struggle. We're very fortunate. We have a close-knit family, and we're all here supporting each other. His wife and his 3 kids that he's left behind, and everybody else, his sisters, his mom and dad, and everybody, all his friends that loved him so much. And again, I understand that maybe this podcast isn't going to be for everybody. That's fine. If you're just about real estate, that's fine. Just, skip this one and go to the next. But why are we even investing in real estate? And if we're not looking at the big picture, and if we're not, focusing on what the real reason behind it is, and that's hopefully to be providing as good of a life for our loved ones as we can, and to be able to have more freedom to be able to spend time with them and those sorts of things. If it's not that, then I think we're going about this the wrong way. And I would really encourage you to, look inwardly at yourself and at your own mindset and your own life philosophies, and really maybe reevaluate if that's not a big part of why you're out there investing. Because in the end, none of the rest of it really matters, and this just emphasizes that money, success, buying lots of properties, having a lot of doors, having this worldly success, it's secondary. It's secondary to everything else that really matters in life. Being around those that love us, spending time and moments with them, and those memories that we build, because you don't know when. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. That's never been more clear than this week to us. And so if you're so busy, so wrapped up in what's going on in your business, that you forget to be enjoying those moments, right? We're all so busy. It's really easy to be distracted in this world, and really easy to not actually be there. You're there physically, but you're not actually there. Your kids are trying to talk to you, or you're at a soccer game, or you're at the dinner table, or wherever you're at, and your kids are trying to talk to you, or you're trying to have a conversation with your spouse, and you also have one eye on your phone trying to do business or send a text message or whatever. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Be where you're at. Be where you are. Cherish those moments, because we don't know how many we have, right? This is tragic. This was, out of the blue. Nobody, saw it coming, and we don't know, right? We could drive down the road, we could walk out on the street, we could get hit by a car. I mean, even if you're healthy, we just don't know. And so we need to cherish those moments with our loved ones, and we need to actually be there when we're with them. So be fully where you are is one of the things that I really want people to get, because again, we have so many things pulling at us these days that it's really easy to try to do the whole multitasking thing. Oh, I'm listening and I'm also sending a text and I'm also taking care of business. No, you're not. Be with who you're with. Focus on them. You're more effective anyway when you're focused on the one thing that you're trying to do than trying to split your focus. And it's just, you want to absorb those and fully live in those moments. One of the other things that especially here in America, I feel like there's a lot of I'm going to work hard today and really put in my, the next 10 years, I'm going to work super hard, and then I can have the free time, the money freedom, all those things to be able to spend time with my family. And I think that is so flawed. It's really easy to fall into, and I've fallen into that. And number one, kids grow very fast. My oldest is going to be 16 years old here in just a couple months. It goes so fast, and so that's the first thing. I'm going to work for the next. Well, you blink, and that 10 years is gone, and your kids have grown up, and so you miss it. And then you add something like this on top of it, and it's, you don't know if you have that time. So putting life on pause, putting those moments and spending time with your loved ones and all of those things that you're working for, that your why. What's your why? Most people, or a big chunk of people, their why is their loved ones, their family, right? Oh, I'm doing this for my family. I'm doing this for my family. And then they don't see their family. Don't put your life on pause, trying to be financially successful and trying to be putting yourself in a better financial position at the expense of those moments with your family along the way, because you don't know if you'll get those moments. You have to enjoy those moments along the way. I talk about, and I think Anthony Robbins has before he said it, I kind of came up with it, so he stole it from me, I'll say. But no, it's life integration, right? You can integrate those things, and you don't have to segment it where it's like, well, especially when you're doing it by years, and say, well, these, the next few years, I'm just going to put my head down and yeah, I'm going to be busy and whatever, but I'll make up for that time later. Don't live that way. Live where you're integrating those things, and you're always able to be spending those moments, and you're balancing your life, and you're not working so hard towards those things and in a single focus towards your financial and business goals, that you're ignoring the things that we say that we are working for, our family, and then we don't see them, right? There's just so much to be said about just making sure that we are actually the why that we say we have, and the why that we say we're working towards, that's our why now, and not just in the future, right? And we're not waiting for some point in the future to be able to do that. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We don't know. We don't know what's coming. And so I just encourage you, if you're listening to this, to don't make success in business your goal at the expense of your loved ones, and don't make that so important that you are forgetting to do those things. I made a decision years ago when I was being encouraged, I'll say, to do things in the evenings and to do all of these. And I'm not saying don't put in the work and don't put in the hours and don't put in the effort and, all of those things. I'm not saying that. But again, I am saying there's a line that you have to, in yourself, define and and what is that line? And I was not willing to take my evenings to do certain tasks. Yes, were they tasks that could be done at night because I don't have to, make phone calls or whatever. I don't need to interact with people. I can do them outside of communication hours. Yeah, I could do that at night, but I'm not willing to. I'm not willing to, because that is my time where I am sitting down with my family. I'm having dinner with my family. I always go to bed at the same time as my wife. We go to bed together, and I won't compromise that. And I would rather have less quote unquote success, in have those moments and have that. I'm prioritizing what's important to me, and I'm not just, I'm saying that that's what is important to me, and then I'm not showing it with my actions, right? My family is what I'm doing this for, and then I'm never home at night, and I'm never, I'm staying up super late every night instead of, going to bed holding my wife's hand. And there's nights like that. There's maybe brief periods of time like that where that's just how it goes, because you have a lot that you have to take care of. But making that a habit is what I would discourage you from doing. Making it a habit to never be home at night for your kids. Make it and eating dinner with your family. Making it a habit to always be staying up hours later than your spouse. And again, these are my values. So I'm not trying to throw my values at you and say that this is what you need to do. I'm just asking you to consider it, and just with the perspective of, if you didn't wake up tomorrow, how would those around you be thinking of you and about what your priorities were and everything, or the other way around? If someone that you loved and was close to you didn't wake up tomorrow, would you have regrets because you, instead of spending time with them in those moments with them, you were doing other things, and you were prioritizing financial success over that? So I don't have a whole lot other than that, you guys. A couple little, I guess, ending thoughts. Don't go to bed angry. The Bible tells us that. Don't go to bed with anger in your heart. It's end on a good note. Life's too small to bicker about small things, or life's too short to bicker about small things. So it's just not worth it. Go to bed on good terms. Go to bed thinking positively about those you love. Get over whatever you need to get over to do that. And then when life gets you down, when things happen that we can't control, that we don't see coming, that affect us deeply and personally, and hurt, we have to figure out a way to carry on. And my faith, my family, is my foundation in all of that. And I don't know how that all plays out moving forward, but I know that that's what I need to look to. And, ultimately we choose, do we, take time to grieve, take time to mourn. There's lots of things to work through. But then what from there? Do we stay there, or do we figure out a way to carry on and pick ourselves back up? I hope you have a great group around you supporting you, in these tragedies in life that I hope never happen to you, but things happen, and you need to have that core group around you. You need to have those that can support you in those times of need. So I'm very grateful for all those that have rallied around our entire family and been there, and we're doing what we can to move forward and get through this together. So that's about all I got, guys. I hope this is something that you can use, and something that makes you think and gives you perspective, and don't hold off your future. The time is now, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. But again, make sure that is an encouragement to not just take action in your business, but also to make sure that that's secondary to the things that are most important in life. So thanks for listening. This has been a hard one. Appreciate all of you listening, and again, just hopefully this has been something that gets your mind thinking and maybe reevaluating some priorities and some ways that you're approaching life. So until next time, make it a great rest of the day. Thanks, everyone.